where you are. Welcome to the weekly show from Hong Kong. This is In a Nutshell with Almond. Obviously, I'm Almond Lee. I'm a journalist based in Hong Kong. Thank you so much for joining. And I apologize for a previous technical issue. I assume that you guys have seen the notification, clicked on this the broadcast, but then nothing showed up. I apologize for the technical issues. I don't know why that happened, but here we are. We are back on live. Hi, Pablo. Thank you so much for joining from Los Angeles. Right. So this week, in a nutshell, I want to focus on this really big development, major development, politically regarding 12 Hong Kongers who have been detained on the mainland. So what is the major breakthrough this week? And just to put it out there, if you guys are ever interested in, like COVID development in Hong Kong, just comment below and I'll definitely try to get to your questions and I'll give you some more like details or information. But this week I really want to focus on the 12 Hong Kongers who have been detained. So the new development is that police have actually earlier arrested 9 more people for allegedly aiding the 12 who to flee Hong Kong, to escape Hong Kong via water transport. And reports were saying that the 12 were trying to flee to Taiwan when they were caught by mainland authorities in mainland waters. Now, for those who've been following this issue or incident, let me just give you a little bit of like background information. So basically, the 12 people they were arrested in late August, and they were caught by mainland authorities when they were allegedly in mainland waters, and they were arrested for crossing the mainland borders illegally on course fleeing to Taiwan. They all face charges in Hong Kong related to like anti-government, anti-extradition protests, and one of them were a wanted person by the Hong Kong police, and they've been detained for more than 50 days now, and their family have been saying that they weren't able to contact them at all, and the family appointed lawyers were also being turned away by mainland authorities. Now, so to the new development, the 9 people, who are they and what exactly have they done to allegedly aid those 12 people escape Hong Kong? The details are quite thin now, but for what we know is that police arrested them like early yesterday morning. They were accusing them of providing money, transportation, including the boat the 12 were allegedly using to flee Hong Kong, and also providing accommodation or helping the 12 arrange, like just making arrangements when they get to Taiwan, which is reportedly their destination, and also the purpose of the fleeing is to, flee from Hong Kong, arrest of the police, and also facing charges. Now, I want to show you guys a quick video. It's a police briefing. So they held a short briefing talking about the arrest of the 9 people whom they think have some connections with the smuggling operation. And they were saying that this is the reason Oops, sorry, I totally forgot to unmute myself again. Thank you so much. Oh, I've got a moderator saying that. Can you guys hear me or like see me like on camera? Just no audio. Can you guys hear me okay right now? I'm so sorry, I might have hit the wrong button just now. Right. Were you guys able to listen to the police video? Thank you so much. And we have quite some audience here. Tony, of course, welcome to the show. Parkmaster, yes, thank you so much. So yes, I would assume that you guys have heard the video from the police as well. But just to recap, what we're talking about here, for those who just joined the show, is that we're talking about a major development, new development regarding 12 Hong Kongers being detained on the mainland for allegedly crossing the borders illegally and on course to fleeing to Taiwan. And police arrested 9 more people for allegedly aiding these 12 people to flee, to smuggle them to Taiwan. And they were saying that these 9 people were arrested because they provided money, provided transportation, they provided accommodation, transportation, and we meant the boat that they were using to leave Hong Kong and going reportedly to Taiwan. That is the destination reportedly. So police said that it was believed that these 9 people are friends of the 12 and they were helping them, and so they arrested them, and they said that the maximum penalty facing them could be 10 years in prison. And it comes quite suddenly as to why or how the police come to know of these 9 people. It was quite a sudden news in Hong Kong here as well. I think a lot of people, including the media, were also shocked. This news of the newly 9 people arrested comes amid controversy or speculation, I should say, that the police, the Hong Kong police, have had a role in the mainland authorities' operation to arrest the 12 when they crossed the mainland borders. There were sayings that I'm just going to show you this picture. This is a picture of this 12 Hong Kongers concern group. So it's a concern group. They kept posting stuff from either the families of the 12 people. They kept people updated, like onto as of in terms of how the progress has been with, for example, the Hong Kong police, or how the family appointed lawyers have been facing a lot of difficulties trying to reach their clients, that is the 12 detainees. They've been detained in Shenzhen, and those families appointed lawyers are actually mainland Chinese as well, so they're not like Hong Kong lawyers, but they were turned away by the authorities, saying that the 12 people have already appointed their own lawyers from a chosen government list. So, and of course, family members have been saying that they weren't able to communicate with them. They have no updates as to the physical or the health condition of the detainees and things like that. So the police were saying in the briefing. I've just jotted some notes of that briefing, so I'm going to just give you all the details there. The police said that they found like receipts or invoices for hiring a boat to bring those 12 people from Hong Kong to Taiwan, and that involves several $100,000. And they said that these 9 people are responsible for different roles. For example, one of them, some of them would be responsible for funding this operation. Some of them would help with the liaising work, and some would be providing like accommodation or helping to arrange accommodation and whatnot. So yeah, that's a new update. And I just also want to show you this one of the posts from this 12 Hong Kongers concern group. If you can see that there's a hashtag there that said save 12 Hong Kong youths. So, they're trying to like bring attention to the 12 detainees, and that's their hashtag. So I'm going to just show you this one of their latest posts. It was the families reacts to the. Oh, did I just? Their release and also return to Hong Kong. So that is the family's plea. Yeah, so that is pretty much the major updates on these 12 Hong Kongers who have been detained in Shenzhen for more than 50 days now. Let me just get to some of the questions or comments. J. Rodpat said, do you know, I assume that is a Vietnamese name. I don't know him or her. Kiki Eclipse said, you should reach out to the U.S. Agency for Global Media. I mean, that is, I wouldn't, I mean, I have no, initiative in terms of like, or I have no interest in really, we have to remain impartial. But definitely international attention and help and assistance is what the concerned groups and also politicians who have been helping the families are trying to get, is that, that's my partner there in the background, sorry. So yeah, that is definitely like getting international attention would be one of the main goals of those politicians and families, because they do want to keep, the spotlight on this issue, because they're worried that these 12 people are detained by the mainland authorities. They don't know what they're going through right now, and some of them have been reportedly, the family members said that they have different types of disease, illnesses, or like mental illnesses, depression, that kind of thing, and without the proper medication, they are just very worried about their health and physical conditions, and of course, mental conditions as well. So that is the latest update on the 12 Hong Kongers being detained on the mainland. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free. I'm just going to play this police video one more time. And, oops. I'm just going to play this video one more time so that you guys know what they were talking about. So again, these are the Hong Kong police giving briefings on the arrest of the 9 people whom they accused of helping the other 12 people to escape or abscond Hong Kong, trying to flee from their prosecution. They all face charges, or they're a wanted person of the Hong Kong government, of the Hong Kong police, and they were they faced charges related to anti-government protests. There's this question from Brad: are there any legal resources local Hong Kong politicians have, or is it really a matter of external diplomatic pressure needed at this point? I would say at this point, it's quite uncertain what kind of legal assistance or legal help the Hong Kong side could provide. The Hong Kong government has been saying that it's a mainland jurisdiction, and because they violate a law in the mainland territory, so it is a mainland case, it's a mainland jurisdiction, and there is really nothing that the Hong Kong government or the Hong Kong legal sector could do to help, other than just assuring that these 12 people would get, fair treatment, and really nothing other than trying to reach out to the mainland authorities, or relaying message from their family members to the mainland authorities. But actual concrete legal assistance, I'm afraid that there's really nothing much, or at least that's the Hong Kong government claiming. There's really nothing much that they can do. But certainly external diplomatic pressure, like I said, that is the concerns group's goal, is to really garner a lot of international attention, and hoping that pressure would, somehow force the Chinese mainland authorities to, either return them to Hong Kong or release them, or at least give out some information as to how they're doing right now, or what is the progress in terms of their lawsuits or whatnot, or their prosecutions. So yeah, that's my answer to your question, Brad. All right. No worries, Brad. I'm really glad that you asked this question. Obviously, I'm not the legal expert here, but as far as what we know, that's how the case, or that's the Hong Kong government stance. But they have insisted that they have been helping or providing assistance to those detained, or just in general, they would be helping people or Hong Kongers who needed help overseas, outside Hong Kong. So that's what the Hong Kong government has been insisting. Hi, Frank. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Well, we'll be wrapping up soon, but just a very short and quick recap. That is on this weekend's In a Nutshell episode, we are talking about the latest update on the 12 Hong Kongers being detained on the mainland. These 12 Hong Kongers have been accused of fleeing, or rather crossing the mainland borders illegally by boat. Reportedly, they were trying to flee to Taiwan. And the latest development is that the police have arrested 9 more people. And let me just get to you guys this. So yeah, police have arrested 9 more people, allegedly helping these 12, helping these dozen to escape Hong Kong, and they were accused of providing them money, transportation, accommodation, and any sort of that thing. And that background of those 12 people is that they were arrested by the mainland authorities back in late August, so they've been detained on the mainland for more than 50 days right now. And their families are saying that they weren't able to contact them, communicate with them. Their appointed lawyers were turned away, and some of them have been, and recently they also have voiced concerns of that as to why police suddenly arrest those 9 people. They were really afraid that the 12 detainees have been, for example, being tortured to give out like information or to give up names and that kind of thing. So that has been their worries. So that is the latest on the 12 Hong Kong detainees on the mainland China. So if you guys have any questions or comments, even though we wrapped up, it's fine. You can just like comment below. I'll try to like get back to you as well. And also definitely, if you guys have any, follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. My Twitter handle is at Almond_Lee. I was looking at my cheat sheet because I was not remembering my own social handle. Frank, how's my family? Everyone's good. Yes, we've been doing okay. Kiki Eclipse. Oh, I see. Nice to have that information. Thank you so much. Definitely, I'll give it a look. So I'm on Twitter. I'm just typing up my Twitter handle and my social media handle. So you guys can give me a follow and just check out my profile. I'll be updating like news on my social media as well. And definitely subscribe to Internet Show with Almond. This is a weekly show to basically give you a weekly update and weekly wrap of what happened in Hong Kong. So yay! Imperfect Beaver asking if I'm in Singapore. No, I am in Hong Kong, and I'm a Hong Kong-based journalist. I was born and bred here, so yes, you're getting all the updates from Hong Kong, about Hong Kong from Hong Kong. There we go. I just published a comment. So follow me definitely on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, or just give me a subscribe on Habs, or sponsor me if you want, if you like my journalism, like my work, and if you want to know more about Hong Kong, definitely, from politics to like virus update. That's this weekly show is about, to give you just a very, in a nutshell, kind of view of what happened in Hong Kong. And thank you so much for joining this stream. Definitely, you can like rewatch it and retweet it and share it to your family or friends, just to let them know what is happening in Hong Kong as well, and support Hong Kong journalism, such as journalists like me. So thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you next week again. Bye.